On today's video, we're going to touch on a very frequently asked question. Where should I spend my gems? VIP 12, VIP 11, VIP 10, VIP 14. Castle. Spin the wheel. How many times do I spin? Do I spin 10, 20, 50, 100? Do I spin? Do I get the card king? Do I spend in the merchant? All those questions will be answered in this video. This video is going to go from the beginning for new players all the way to more advanced players. What are gems, how you get them, what you do with them very briefly, and then of course what you should be spending them on. A list of priorities based on my opinion, on my observations on the game. So if you guys have any question that's about spending gems, hopefully this video will cover it. So sit back, enjoy the video. Hey there YouTube, welcome back to Gekko Gaming, straight from Kingdom 93, the Misfit Potato Division. The jumper is now settling in Kingdom 93. We got to get some gatherers out, but today's video is all about gems. I've been asked way too much lately if I should spend on VIP, if I should spend on the wheel, how many times should I spend, what should I do? So let's start with very quick basic things you should know. First and foremost, gems are a secondary form of currency in the game. The first type of currency is resources, and then you have gems. The gems come from either gathering gems on the field, which are much rarer, hunting barbarians and getting them as rewards, winning events or participating in events or hitting milestones can give you gem tiles, and finally, spending money. Yep. This is the number one way to get gems. You spend the money, you get the gems. $20 packs will give you juicy. If this is a $5 pack, will give you 1,000 gems. $50 packs will give you 12,000 gems. $100 packs will give you $25,000 gems, so forth and so on. You can literally see in here the breakdown and how many gems you get. That is also included in the super value bundles. You get the same stuff plus rewards. So this is how you get gems. This is what gems are. Where can you spend gems? You can spend gems on multiple places in the game. You can spend gems to speed up troops. You can spend gems to speed up buildings, to instantly finish buildings. You can spend gems to buy speed ups. You can spend gems to get extra items, to level up your VIP, to spin wheels to unlock commanders. You can use gems for pretty much anything, including insta healing. Where should you not spend gems? You should not spend gems on training troops, building buildings, healing troops, unless you really have to. You should spend the gems if you're like in mid-war and it's a crisis and you just gotta... and you have all the resources already, you just don't want to spend it, you don't have the speed ups, you just want to click it, you can do that. But I really don't recommend spending gems everywhere else that is not covered in this video, in the sense that of the things that you should spend gems on. I have a list of priorities that I believe is the best list of priorities for most players. The first and foremost is spin the wheel. Wheel of Fortune events are events in which you can unlock commanders only by getting sculptures through the event. Every spin will cost you a certain amount of gems, except for the first spin of every event, which is free. And then every single day you'll get a 50% discount on one spin, and then the rest, it's either 650 or 500 gems per spin. 650, 800 and 650, I think, maybe. Anyway, the bottom line is, what you should be spending your gems on is on at least 10 spins on every wheel. I break down in a little more detail how many spins you should and where and what's profitable and what is not in a video that I'll card up on the top. But the bottom line is you should be spinning at least 10 times. Why? Because at 10, you hit the extra rewards section, which will reward you an extra 5 legendary commander sculptures by just spinning 10 times. So every commander has 3 to 4 wheels, and if you spin 10 times on each of them, by the end of the second wheel, you should be able to unlock this commander, which is crucial for you to continually enjoy the game, play the game, and grow in the game. Is it worth it as a free-to-play player? The answer is still yes. It is worth it. You might not want to spin beyond the 20 times to unlock the commander if you're never going to work on them. But you definitely want to make sure you at least have them available for summoning. As you can see, I have Takeda, Shingen, and I have Edward of Woodstock available for summoning whenever I want. But I haven't summoned them because I have not spent money on this account yet. I do want to spend the $5 on Rider of History 3 times. And so because of that, I've been having them on standby until I start spending some money on here as well and getting this account back in shape. So first and foremost, spin the wheel at least 10 times. Should I spin more than 10 times? The answer is if you have the gems and you'll be able to restock gems and you're able to essentially put in more into that specific commander. You should spin all the way to any of the extra rewards that have commander sculptures in them. When it comes to commander wheels, the wheels that have these commanders, every extra reward either gives you the commander's freaking sculptures or generics. So you have 10, 25, 45, 60, no, 10, 25, 45, 70, and 100 are the goals for the wheel commander, the commanders that the wheels that have commanders in them. And the generic sculptures one, I believe it's 10, 25, 60, and 80. But don't quote me on that one. And out of those, it's 10, 25, 40, 60, 80. And out of those, you only get sculptures at 10, 40, and 80. So you really want to make sure you're either going to 10 to 40 or 80, or in the commander's wheels, doesn't matter if you do 10, 25, 45, 60, or 100, or 70 or 100, all of them give you rewards and they're all very profitable. It's up to you how many gems you can replenish, how much work you put into the account. The second priority, as far as I'm concerned, is your VIP level. The reason VIP level is crucial, it's because VIP gives you fantastic daily rewards, but once you are below VIP 10, the best you get are 2 epic commander sculptures every day. Once you hit that VIP 10 though, you're going to start getting 1 legendary commander sculpture every single day. So the quicker you get there, the more commanders you'll get every single day, right? True. But then what about the next levels? I mean, you get 2 legendary commander sculptures at 12 and you get 3 at 14. Why not shoot up all the way to 14? The reason for that is, as you can see, it gets very, very expensive very quickly. To get from 13 to 14 is 250,000 gems in theory. So you're going to be spending a good 300 plus just to get from 12 to 14. And that's a huge, huge number. You can do so much more with than 1 legendary commander sculpture a day. So as far as I'm concerned, VIP 10 is where you should stop spending gems on VIP. Now, there is an event called More Than Gems. It'll show up in your kingdom very quickly. That's the time where you should be spending gems. Now, the reason it's so good is because it's a 2-day event where if you spend 7,000 gems and then potentially 25,000 gems every day, you end up getting legendary commander sculptures for free for just using your gems. If you plan on pushing your VIP, you can probably wait until More Than Gems to get your extra bang for your buck, especially if you're spending 50k gems. And in general though, I don't really like the More Than Gems event, and I'll tell you why. It is awesome when you have things to spend gems on, but when you don't have things to spend gems on, you're going through what's called FOMO, fear of missing out. Essentially, people who are tier 5 players who don't spend 25,000 gems a day will spend it on anything. Legendary commander sculptures from the VIP shop, it's a good amount, something good to get for gems. Speed ups, all that's good, but it's not necessary. It is necessary to get Books of Covenant for your castle. It is necessary to get VIP levels. There are necessities within gems. So More Than Gems is fantastic until you don't need it anymore. And then it becomes like, damn, I need to spend 50,000 gems in 2 days or else I fear missing out the extra rewards. Keep that in mind. Go all the way to VIP 10 and then from there, start spending your gems on Books of Covenant and on your castle level. There are 2 buildings in this game that require special items to level them up. the castle, and the Watchtower. Now the Watchtower requires arrowheads, which are much more available through hunting barbarians. Hunting barbarians in Lost Kingdom gives you a lot of arrowheads. Doing Lohar events, the Lohar necklaces give you between 1 and 2 arrowheads per necklace. Strategic Reserve gives you a good amount too. So you can get a lot of arrowheads by playing the game and grinding for it. As you can see, I'm way past it. But you're definitely going to have to spend a good amount of gems to get the Books of Covenant that you can really only get from barbarian forts and a few other places, but you won't be getting quantities. You'll be getting maybe through 3 or 4, maybe 7, let's say, per barbarian fort, and you need like 5,000 for level 24 to 25. That's 50,000 gems out the window right there. So going back to the priority list, as far as I'm concerned, 7,000 gems every couple of weeks, on every 3 weeks or so on the wheel. And then when more than gems shows up, spend it on Books of Covenant. Get your Books of Covenant all the way so you're almost at level 25. You can leave yourself like 1,000, maybe 500 books remaining so that you can get them from doing things in the game. So that, you know, you're not just holding on to, kind of like what I have here. I'm holding on to arrowheads unnecessarily, but I'm so far away from getting there that probably not going to happen anytime soon. Finally, you have one more place you can spend your gems on, which is the merchant. Now, the merchant is one that I'm a little question marked about. The reason for that is that the merchant is always nice to spend gems on, and it's very little gems here and there, but they definitely add up. The things you should be looking out for are resources, 90% discounted or don't get them. 80%, 70% is definitely not worth the gems. 90% is the best deal you'll get. And when it comes to speed ups, anything 70% and above, you have 80% as well. Those are great pickups in case you need more speed ups. When I was working towards my tier 5s, I did spend quite a lot of gems in here and in here to guarantee that I can get there quicker. You can definitely, and you should definitely, spend gems in here on other things. I, for example, get my army expansions from here. 70% discount, they're 1,500 gems and fantastic. Excellent place to get them. You can also get materials out of here, of course, and all that good stuff. Personal recommendation, I get my talent resets from here too. Personal recommendation, write down what's the best percentage of the items that you're looking for is, so that you know that you're getting the best possible deal or not. So where should you spend your gems? You should spend your gems on spinning wheels and getting commanders. You should be spending gems to get to VIP 10, and then you should be spending gems on getting your castle up to 25. Once that happens, if along the way you want to spend on the merchant, fantastic. If you want to spend on the VIP shop to get these speed ups, a lot of people end up getting these speed ups at a nice discount. That is not a bad play at all. Not a bad play at all. Getting the 8 hours, getting the 24 hours if you're VIP 15. Not a bad play at all, but I don't really recommend going in here unless you really have to. When I had more than gems events where I needed speed ups, I bought out the store, and I have gone as far as spending on the resources a couple times when I really needed them. You can use the VIP shop, and you should, but I consider the VIP shop as well as the merchant kind of like an extra place where you can spend some extra gems for certain specific things, while when you're spending them on wheels, on VIP, or on books, you have a specific goal you're going for, while the VIP shop and merchant are helpful for many different goals. I hope you guys found this video informative, helpful, useful in any shape or form. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, leave me a comment down below. Again, I urge you to spin wheels. For the record, Card King is a great event to spend gems on if you have the gems to spare. If you are a very low spender or a free-to-play player, you probably don't like that event much, but you can use it to unlock commanders you haven't before. That's a big thing. It will cost you about 10,000, 12,000 gems to get each commander, which is technically cheaper than the 14,000 gems the wheel event will give you. But the rewards are a little nicer from the wheel overall, especially because you can hit and get lucky and hit those sculptures, and perhaps all you got to do is 10 spins. I can tell you that for my Edward, the reason I have 18 Edwards is because I had to spin and I spun. I got the 8 times on my last spin, and on top of all that, I picked up, I believe it was, what, 5 sculptures? So out of the 10 spins, I got 6 times on Edward, an 8, 4 times, an 8, 5 times a 1, and then the 5 that I got from the thing, and I spun only the 1 wheel all the way up to 10, and that was that. Takeda, on the other hand, I can tell you I had to spin 25 times, and then I ended up exactly with 10, thankfully. I didn't feel like waiting for the next wheel. That was pretty much that. I had some gems, and I felt like spending them. Again, this video is just to give you a broad idea on where you should be spending your gems. Please don't take this as this is how you have to spend your gems. If you have the gems to spend, if you spend enough money, if you have specific goals where you need your gems, awesome. That's awesome. But if you are trying to figure out where to start going with your gems, how to approach the game in terms of the gem spending, this video is for you. I'm Gekko, I'm out of here. Thank you guys very much for watching this video. Thank you all for all your continuous support and awesome feedback. See you guys sooner rather than later. Enjoy the rest of your week and take care. Peace.